My name's Connor Woodman. I used to be a market analyst in the City of London, working on deals worth hundreds of millions of pounds. But I'd had enough of e-business done on a computer screen, so I quit. I'm really happy. I want to get out and test myself in real markets, haggling face to face with hardened traders.
12,000, ooh, it's a bit too low, too low. 32,200. 32,200? Yes. Got it.
So forget the economic doom and gloom. I think I can make money and have a great time trading my way around the world.
It's the way people used to do business, buying something and travelling with it and selling it in another place. This is exactly what it's all about.
I've taken 25 grand from the sale of my flat to invest in all kinds of products. Animal,
There's thousands of camels here. There's camels over there, over there, over there. Everywhere you look, there's camels.
mineral,
What have I done?
and vegetable.
Tastes like tequila for breakfast. 75 feet!
This has gone so bad.
It's just doing my head in.
It's a journey that'll take me across 4 continents and 16 countries. With any luck, I'll make some serious money. If it goes wrong, I'll lose the lot. I'm starting my journey in one of the toughest markets in the world, Africa. This is a massive continent,
I'll offer him $750 for this.
where a vast range of commodities are grown and traded. I'm going to travel from the north to the south, looking for gaps in the market that I can profit from.
I would leave you the contact, the chain that I establish.
That sounds cool.
It's the start of a journey that'll go from Africa to Asia, the Far East, South America, and then home. I have a rough plan, but I've set up very little in advance. I want to be free to follow my instincts from one trade to the next. I'm going to throw myself in at the deep end by trying to trade along one of the world's most ancient trade routes. I'm going to trade camels, and I'm going to do it here, in the Sahara Desert. I've come to the Sudan, outside the capital, Khartoum, and I've had a baptism of fire. Straight away I can tell I'm going to have to adjust to a different way of doing things.
I've already been ripped off, I've been lied to, I've been taxed, I've been fined, and that's just getting my passport stamped. It's no wonder that the traders that I've come here to do business with have got a reputation for being some of the toughest and most cutthroat in the whole world.
Sudan has the second biggest population of camels in Africa. It exports over 150,000 every year, and I want in on the act.
Why do people buy camels? What are they used for?
For meat, for Libya and Egypt.
They come to Sudan and buy the camels here because they're cheaper here than in Egypt.
I've employed a local guide, Adam, who's going to help me get to grips with the basics of camel trading.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
He's taken me to the Khartoum livestock market. The camels here are sold for meat all over North Africa. I might not know much about the trade yet, but as a former market analyst, I'm used to doing my homework. Today, I'm not going to buy camels. I've come for a more important commodity: information.
My camel is going to die, please.
Please, my camel is about to die. Please buy him before he dies. Look at it.
This is my chance to learn all that I can about camels. But against my better judgment, I get sucked into a negotiation.
Yeah.
It costs about $600.
$600 for this camel, yeah.
Yeah, $600.
Yeah. I know, and he says $600, but maybe we can get a better price than $600, I think.
This is unnegotiable.
Everything's negotiable. Don't be daft. Why was it non-negotiable?
No discount.
Don't make discount.
I can see when it comes to making deals here, it's going to be a bit more difficult than I thought.
Okay.
This is Mohammed Hassan, one of the most experienced traders here. I want to see what he thinks of my big plan.
Can I explain to him what I'm thinking? This is North Africa, this is Egypt coming down here, and this is the border with Sudan. Yeah? So what I want to do is to buy camels here in Khartoum, and then take them up over the border all the way up there to Cairo. What does he think of this plan?
The success plan.
Successful plan.
Yeah,
So it's a good plan. In his head, it's a good plan.
Because
Okay.
many people is using as camel trader from Khartoum to Egypt.
And that's because there's a good market for camel meat in Egypt.
It looked at me really funnily there for a second. I just realised I just dipped my left hand in the pot.
Mohammed says the affluent Egyptians will pay double for a good fat Sudanese camel. But as this is my first trade, I'm starting small. If I can get 6 camels for £2,500, I could double my money in Cairo, making a tidy profit. There's a constant flow of camels following the trade route. They're sold from village to village, with each dealer making a small profit along the way.
Walking?
من هنا عايزين برضه يمشي برجلين كده. Yeah. 10 days.
He's walked all the way from Kordofan, which is a 20-day walk south of here, with all these camels. He's got another 10 days to walk.
One of the most straightforward ways of making money is just cut out the middleman. If I buy camels and take them straight to Cairo, I'll keep all the profit that normally gets shared between 5 or 6 dealers along the route. My only expense, other than the camels themselves, will be the hire of the truck.
You can carry camels on this truck? Yeah.
$300.
$300. What if I offer him $200?
50,550 صاحب العربية موجود ده رجل الأعمال موجود.
I've set myself a deadline. I've got until midday tomorrow to buy 6 camels, then the truck will take us to Egypt. And there's a market tomorrow in a place called Dongola.
See you in Dongola, mate.
So day one, I came here because I wanted to practice negotiating with the toughest traders I could think of, and I'm convinced I'm in the right place, that the camel traders in the market here are exactly that. So I'm really excited to see how camels actually get traded, and to really go toe to toe with these guys fills me with a bit of dread, but it really fills me with a sense of excitement, and so I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a good day. It's market day in Dongola. Today's the day when I go toe to toe with Sudan's camel dealers.
It's been said that the pursuit of money is the root of all evil. I couldn't disagree more. I think without trade and without that pursuit of wealth, no one would know anything beyond their own front door. Going out and trying to find someone to do business with is the whole reason that people interact.
I'm here to buy 6 camels. A local would pay anything from $400 to around $800 for a good one.
There's thousands of camels here. There's camels over there, over there, over there. There's everywhere you look, there's camels. Hopefully, I can find a few of my own.
It's all about negotiating these prices down.
I've got to get these camels
For an average of $600, I think.
the two that were yoked together, the white one and the brown one. How much for this pair of camels? How much for this pair?
The market owner says he's got some good fat camels for sale.
No, this is no good. I can't sell this for meat.
Yeah. Small, medium, and fat.
He's fat.
Yeah.
Yes, he's good.
$1,000 for both camels.
both. $1,000 now. This one and this one. How much does he want for the two?
850.
Times two.
Yeah.
So $1,700
Yeah.
for these two camels.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. It's a crazy price. I give him $1,200 now, cash.
$1,200?
$1,200.
This is not the price.
I'm confused. He won't even try to negotiate.
Well, guys, we're kind of up against it a little bit.
But my problems are only beginning. Adam's found out the dealers are unhappy with me muscling in on their trade.
He's refused to, according to his word, he said that he refused.
Oh, no. Absolutely balls this up.
If I don't pay their inflated prices, they won't even talk to me.
Does anyone own these camels?
Owners in Egypt. Okay. At every turn, I seem to be getting the cold shoulder.
So the question is now, can I make this work at all buying here? Because there's no point in going into this knowing that I'm going to lose money. Do you want to ask this man, is the owner here? Is the owner of the camels here? Are these your camels?
Just when I was losing heart, a dealer willing to trade.
How much? How much for this one? I'll offer him $750 for this.
The market owner is fuming. It turns out the man I'm negotiating with is his employee, and he doesn't want us to do a deal.
The man is lied to us because he is coming 100 just because he's not any authorized to buy.
It wasn't his camels. Didn't have any power to sell that camel. Complete waste of time. First question, are these your camels? First answer, yes. Real answer, no. It's clear I've underestimated camel dealer solidarity.
Salam alaikum. Anybody own these camels? Does anyone own these camels? Does anyone own these camels, Adam?
No, camel owner.
Oh, for fuck's sake, why didn't you tell me that a minute? Oh, Jesus Christ, he's just driving me insane. Driving me absolutely up the wall. Thousands of camels, and it's impossible to buy 6.
Just when it can't get any worse, my truck arrives. Time's up. It's pointless trying to continue.
I'm sorry, no camels. Come by. Too difficult.
I give him $50 and my sincere apologies. I feel completely deflated. This wasn't at all what I'd imagined back in London. I'd hoped to come here and cut out the middlemen, but instead, Sudan's camel dealers have cut me out. I've learnt a lesson. Don't push in on an old trade, but instead pioneer a new one. That's what I'll look to do next.
So the journey begins. Totally out of my comfort zone, thrown into an extremely foreign market where I didn't know any of the rules and I didn't know any of the players. And suddenly the enormity of this journey over the next 4 months and exactly what it entails, and thinking how many things could go right, but also how many things could go wrong, suddenly struck me. It's going to be a hell of a trip.
There may be some African markets where a London city boy isn't allowed, but I'm sure there are plenty of places where I can still prove my worth.
Oh my days.
I've left Sudan and travelled 2,000 miles south to Victoria Falls in Zambia.
That was an excellent way of relieving some executive stress. You know, in London you do what? You play golf, you go to the pub. Here you can jump off a bridge at Victoria Falls. Amazing.
Zambia is a former British colony in the heart of southern Africa.
Certainly am.
It's a relatively small coffee producer, but Zambian coffee is on the verge of a boom. It's good quality, cheap, and the growers are keen to break into new markets. I smell an opportunity. My first port of call is the chairman of the Zambia Coffee Growers Association, Colin Street.
People talk about African coffee. They never ever really mention Zambia. But we've been growing coffee in Zambia for a long time. But we've never ever really grown enough coffee to really make an impact in the market.
Do you have any relationship with South Africa? Do you sell much coffee into the roasters down there?
No.
I'm amazed. South Africa is the strongest economy in the region and it's only a 4-day drive away. The opportunity is obvious. So I need to find a farm with some coffee to sell.
I'm actually in Lusaka at the moment. I'm here buying coffee. I met Colin Street today, and it seems there's coffee being grown in Zambia, good coffee, and nobody's exporting it to South Africa. So I can see an opportunity here. So tomorrow, I'm off to the Chilomanda estate, where hopefully I'm going to find literally bags and bags of coffee. A very positive change of scene.
A container of coffee is worth probably $100,000 for top grade coffee. You know, it's worth a lot of money.
$100,000? I'm not prepared to take that big a risk just yet. I'm thinking more like $10,000. Craig Shield owns the Chilomanda Coffee Farm, and he's keen to show me his crop is just as good as the illustrious Kenyan and Ethiopian brands.
What we've got here is hand-picked, washed Arabica coffee. And you can only call it that if you hand-pick it.
Craig wants me to understand the entire process of producing coffee.
Craig's got a whole factory full of new toys that he's very keen to show me.
Something I learnt in Sudan is that I should humour the people who could give me a good deal.
It's good quality coffee because it's fairly dense.
I need to find out how much this could sell for in South Africa. Fortunately, I have a contact in London.
Yeah, it's an AA/AB. The Chilomanda estate. $657. That's excellent news. That's excellent news. Yes, yes. Interesting. Grant reckons $6.5, $7 a kilo in Cape Town, which is food for thought.
I'm aiming for a 60% markup, so if I can sell it for $6.50 a kilo, I need to buy it for no more than $4. But how to convince Craig?
What I'm doing is trailblazing for you potentially to have a roaster that could continue to use you as a single origin coffee. So if I was to take 30 bags at 1.8 tonne,
okay,
what would your price be per kilogram? Your special Connor price?
Our special Connor price that we have been selling our top grade coffee for between $4.70 and $6 a kilo. If we set the price at say $4.40 a kilo.
Is there any way we can come a bit lower than $4.40?
You've seen the process today. It's quite an expensive process.
Yeah, but like you said, this is a small hit.
Yeah.
1.8
Well,
tons.
small hits normally go the other way. We normally go for about $6 a kilo.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the 440, but I mean, could you say 350?
I think that's a bit low. I think it's a bit low. I think you should come up a bit. I'll come down a bit.
So, would you want to do this in like slow motion, or would you want to just fast forward to $4?
Well, you're the one under time scale. I have got plenty of time today, and I'm quite happy to sit here tonight and do it as well. I've got lots of coffee I can carry on drinking. So. Okay, I'm happy to settle at $4.
$4. That comes out $7,200.
Yep.
Can we say $7,000 as a round sum?
There's a psychological problem with $4, is there? So should we make it $3.95? Yeah. $7,110.
Such a messy number, isn't it?
$7,200
$7,000's got such a lovely ring to it.
7.2 sounded much nicer. It sounded more sort of thought out and worked out.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
All right.
Let's not,
That's $3.95. I mean, we're gonna.
Let's not haggle over $100.
No, fine. 110 actually. But
Okay, so ready?
done.
We'll do that?
Okay.
Brilliant. I have 1.8 tonne of the finest coffee in Zambia. Just got to sell it.
Craig's going to sort the coffee and send it to the border tomorrow, where I'll be waiting for it. I think we both got a good deal.
Well, I think it depends which side of the table you're sitting. I think he got a very good deal from his side. I'm still a little bit smirting on my side. You've got to admire a guy. The fact that he's physically got his own money in it. It's very easy to gamble with someone else's money, but it's not so easy to gamble with your own. So, no, I admire that. But, yeah, I think he's got a few challenges ahead.
I've bought the coffee for £3,600 and done a great deal with a driver who'll take it to Cape Town for £200. If everything goes well, I'll be able to sell the coffee for £6,000 and bank my first £2,200 profit.
This is very bad news indeed. Craig phoned me about 2 hours ago to say the coffee was leaving Chulamenda, and I'm due to meet it here in Livingston in the morning. And the one thing he said when I bought it was that everything will be fine as long as it doesn't rain. And it is raining, my God, it is raining. Not just cats and dogs, it is raining lions and elephants here in Zambia.
If the coffee gets wet, I've lost more than £3,500. After a restless night, I'm keen to find out if it's all right.
Hey, how you doing? Hi there. There we go, see the Hessian bags? Oh yeah, it feels absolutely bone dry. Whew. I was worried because it was raining so much where we were. See you at the border. Bye, mate.
The first hurdle is the Zambezi River Port.
This is the border crossing between Zambia here and Botswana, which is literally a stone throw over the river over there. This is exactly what it's all about. It feels very, very old-fashioned. It's the way people used to do business, buying something and travelling with it and selling it in another place.
I have a 4-day road trip ahead of me through Botswana, South Africa, and to our final destination, Cape Town, nearly 2,000 miles later.
Every time we come through, you'll see elephants.
You won't see one now. As soon as you promise me an elephant, we won't see one, guarantee.
I'm sure you'll see one.
Oh my God. Well, I can't think of anywhere in the world that you'd leave £7 worth of anything just in a car park. So I'm going to sleep here with the coffee.
Tomorrow, we'll head deep into the bush. It's still dark when I wake up in the Botswana car park. I'm travelling 2,000 miles with nearly 2 tonnes of Zambian coffee, which I'm hoping to sell in Cape Town for £6,000.
Now that I'm here, it feels very right. It feels like this is exactly the kind of experience that I've come to find. I might be making a very, very small part of the profit in the coffee industry, but this is how I make my small part of that profit. Cut out the middleman. This is the first time that I have just taken any of my 2 tonnes of coffee and just made myself a cup, and it couldn't come at a better time, frankly.
Yeah, coffee, man. Okay, thank you, coffee man. Thank you.
Just what you needed.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very strong. It's very nice.
That's a cracking cup of coffee.
I've backed this trading trip round the world with £25,000 of my own money. Right now, my old life seems a long way away.
It's bad weather for transporting coffee that's very sensitive to water. I'm just checking to make sure it's... Yeah, I mean, it's still bone dry underneath. Still driving 10 hours already today, and we're still 600 kilometres from Cape Town.
The South African coffee market is worth £200 million a year. I have an appointment with an exclusive roaster with a reputation for paying top whack for top coffee.
Time to do some selling.
The firm I'm meeting is called Origin Roasting. The boss is David. He calls himself a coffee evangelist.
Hey, David.
Yes.
Connor.
How's it going?
How are you?
Nice to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
I brought you some coffee.
I see that.
I brought it a long way.
So where are these from?
They're from Zambia.
Okay. Beans? I need some of this made 3 ways, please. I want a plunger of this, I want an espresso of this, and I want a flat white of this.
Okay, this is your espresso with taste on the side.
Aroma?
Yeah, we're good so far. I think we got to get Joel down here, Beans.
Okay.
The cafe may be David's church, but upstairs is his roasting vestry, complete with a bishop, Joel, the nose of Origin. He's sampling the coffee I paid $3.95 for.
And how much is the coffee?
We're talking about $6.50 a kilogram.
$6.50 a kilo landed in Cape Town. It's relatively high, actually. Interestingly, relative to other coffees. I mean, you know, Zambia being, kind of a second-tier producer in Africa, that's a relatively aggressive price for the product. So we need to get our hands on a couple of bags of coffee and do an evaluation.
I can have it here in an hour.
Great. Done.
Well, the film's going to be busy for the day.
It's the worst bit about delivering coffee. It comes in 60-kilogram bags. And to think I used to complain about lugging a laptop round London.
Stay? No. Hope you don't like it.
For the next 24 hours, the coffee master will give my beans a rigorous examination, looking for flaws in consistency, freshness and taste. Now I have a chance to think ahead to the next leg of my journey and more business opportunities. In particular, the fastest growing economy in the world, China's a market that is really quite exciting at the moment. There's a booming middle class, they've got a lot of disposable income, and one thing I know they're crazy for at the moment is French red wine. So I'm wondering whether maybe South African red wine might be a really good substitute to try and sell into that market.
20 years ago, French wine dominated the British market too. Then someone started importing New World wines and now they dominate. Perhaps I could start a similar wine revolution in China. Now this is an estate and they're very keen to get into the Chinese market. Now, I spoke to them on the phone earlier. So, see what they have. We should be able to talk competitively on prices and maybe do a little bit of horse trading and knock that price down. But I'll have my work cut out. Mount Rosier makes exclusive award-winning wines. The owner, Adam Mauberger, has his sales pitch honed to perfection. It starts with a tour of his estate. Absolutely stunning.
It's pretty special, isn't it? Now you understand why I love this place. So we're completely surrounded by mountains, a complete natural amphitheatre. You've got the Hottentot that run all the way into the Drakensberg. And the mountains wrap all the way into Muizenberg, Cork Bay Fish to Cape Point.
And the tour ends with a wine tasting.
The most awarded, top awarded Cabernet out of South Africa. Intensity, oak aging. This is what it's all about, fine wine.
What's that?
They would answer. It's not that bad, it's great value actually. It's 112 Rand a bottle.
That's £7 a bottle. A little expensive for the Chinese market.
We have another option for you in Cork, Rosier Bay, Cabernet Sauvignon. It's got a bit of bottle age, that's 2003, which was a very good warm vintage, and you're now at about 45 Rand a bottle.
45 Rand is still £3 a bottle. I'm thinking that one of the things I'm going to have to do when I get to China is sell not just my South African wine, but sell South African wine in general. And this place is quite magical, and there's a lovely sort of story and setup to it. If the price is right. To make a profit in China, I'm going to have to knock him down from 45 to nearer 30 Rand a bottle. That's about £2. I'll tell you what I want this wine for. I want this for around 26, 27 Rand.
Connor, that's going to be very difficult. Very, very difficult. However, saying that, I personally like nice round numbers. So I think if we can shake on 30, I'd be a lot happier. This is my last 3,000 bottles. It's a great wine. And I'd be happy at 30 Rand. I think you'd still be able to make a nice margin. Everyone wins on that side. And I've come down significantly from 45 Rand.
You have come down significantly. What if we said 29 Rand?
Done. I don't think this is going to be a hard sell at all for you. I really don't.
Not the one going to Shanghai.
I think it's brilliant. I think a lot more people should do it. I mean, all this negative equity and property prices falling. Let's all sell and travel. I mean, what a brilliant idea.
Well, it'll only be brilliant if my trades are successful. For now, I have the small matter of 2 tons of coffee that I need to shift. It's time to go back to origin roasting for what's called a cupping, the coffee equivalent of a wine tasting. It's Judgment Day. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, we're going to go and do some cuppings now.
We're going to do some cuppings now?
Oh, yeah.
The moment of truth.
Yeah, yeah. You ready for it?
I hope so. As ready as I'll ever be.
Ciao. So we've got exactly the same amount of coffee in every cup.
Yeah. I've no idea what's going on. I thought we were going to sit down to a nice cup of coffee, not go through an exam.
So we'll score how bad the defect is and how many defect cups we had.
Unfathomably complex from my point of view. But
extremely nerve-wracking watching it happen in front of you.
I'm picking up milk chocolate, but I'm picking up sour milk at the same time.
Each slurp seems to yield a different flavour for these blokes.
So Connor, so we're getting some big marzipan coming off these two samples, but it's not evident in the darker roast at all. Yeah.
Are you concerned, Joel?
I am concerned, actually.
Well, if he's concerned, then maybe it's time I was too.
The inconsistency very much gets in our way with regard to the ability to produce the cup at the level we need to produce it.
As we stand now, this rate of defect actually just rules this coffee completely out for us. There's just absolutely no way. So you're looking at the New York Sea market price, but I think you're going to be trading this coffee in the $2 to $3 range.
Ouch. I paid $3.95 for it.
It's not a coffee for us.
Okay, fair enough, guys. Oh well.
Sorry.
Shame.
You've got a little challenge ahead of you here.
Well, I'm absolutely gutted. Honestly, I mean, I thought we were really onto a winner here. I had big hopes today, but looks like I may have a problem with my coffee.
The evangelist has made his damning judgment.
We're rejecting coffee continuously. In fact, we reject far more than we even consider. It's a reality of our company, and I guess it's what makes us what we are.
Oh God, I feel absolutely gutted. I feel as though I've been kicked in the guts.
If they're right about the price, then I'm going to make a massive loss of £1,500. That's assuming I can sell it at all.
All I can do is hustle. I've got to try and find some of the other roasters in Cape Town, see what I can get rid of my coffee for.
Reality quickly bites. I'm never going to sell nearly £6,000 worth of coffee door to door. My only hope is a big distributor who's agreed to meet me in 2 days' time. This has really knocked me, and I'm now worried about selling my wine in China. What if the same thing happens and nobody likes it? I need to spread my risk with some smaller trades in other countries.
I'm always reaching out looking for new ideas, and one of my contacts in India has said to me that one thing that's selling really well in India at the moment are new novelty sauces.
And I think I might have found just the product. The Indians have no shortage of their own chili sauces, but this company makes 100% pure stuff. And they don't have many of those in India. That's the gap in the market I'm going for.
Connor,
Eddie, how's it?
Eddie, how are you?
Well, when I was 5 years old, I had my first chili. I was sitting outside in my mum's garden, and I was eating a chili. And my mum said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm eating chili." You know, so it's born in me. I love it. I love hot food. I cannot imagine. I even have chili on my ice cream if I have to. I'm saying this has got some.
Eddie Cloter is Cape Town's own chili sauce entrepreneur.
Bit of a bite. That's Caribbean flavour, isn't it?
Very much so. Yeah. Okay, now we get to the ultimate McCoy of McCoys. Okay, the hot as hell. Here we go. This is a 10 out of 10. This one we call a 12 out of 10. Pure chili. It burns for longer than the previous one, by the way.
Right.
But
Tastes sweet first.
Sweet, yeah.
And then it starts burning a hole in the centre of your tongue.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and it burns for quite a while. I would say about 10 minutes.
I would do this as a one-off. I'll make my profit at the India end from when I sell the sauces.
I'm with you, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then I would leave you the contact, the chain that I establish.
All right.
So that if you want to continue exporting to India, you've got my contact that I sell the sauces into at the India end.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So I'm a trailblazer.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Well, why not?
Just as I did with the wine, I want to knock Eddie down on the price.
Well, volume-wise, how much you can take?
I could take 3,000. I could take as much as 4,000 bottles total. So I could take.
What does 1,000 of each? Yeah.
Yeah, take 1,000 of each.
If I can get a $1.20, something like that, I don't know if that's fair.
Can I bring it down to 90 cents?
Then we've got a deal.
Then we've got a deal.
Lovely.
That was the fastest deal.
I'm quick. You ever see me? Yeah, I'm quick.
I think you weakened me with all that chili sauce.
Yeah, I weakened you. I got you down to the point where you can't negotiate anymore. All the endorphins in your bit, mine's going all wanky-banky.
45p a bottle. I'm happy with that.
But you didn't even go red. I like it. We can actually be friends.
Well, I'm a natural.
You're natural.
I never thought in my life that I could meet anyone who was so crazy about chili. When we sat down to do the numbers there, he could see, okay, I might not be making as much profit on this as I could do, but I see the long-term potential in this, which is exactly what I needed him to see.
I mean, I would have never thought to go to India with my product, you know what I mean? It was India's chili land, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm happy for him.
As long as I can sell this stuff in India, everybody should be happy.
I'm paying almost £3,500 to buy and transport my chili sauce to Delhi. The wine's costing me over £7,600. If you add the money I've spent on the coffee, I've spent 3/5 of my £25,000 investment without a penny coming in. I need to sell my 2 tons of coffee and fast. It's time for my meeting with John Lear, one of Cape Town's biggest coffee distributors.
Absolutely no way.
I have 2 tons of rejected coffee to sell. The only major distributor in Cape Town who'll meet me is John Lear. If he doesn't like my coffee, I'm dead in the water and £4,000 down.
I don't have a problem paying for coffee up front, but I do like to cup it.
Well, let's see what you think of this one.
$90 grams of coffee. Smells good.
What's encouraging here is that John's way of cupping is make a cup of coffee the way you want to drink it, and if it tastes nice, then it's good coffee. There's none of this bloody waving spoons in and out of it and cracking crusts and filling in forms and all that kind of nonsense.
The big moment's arrived.
How do you always test it? Black or
start off black?
Start off black.
Then depending how you like to drink coffee, everybody tests coffee black. And then I drink it with milk and 1 spoon of sugar, and that's how it'll end up.
Right.
Very interesting.
Why'd you say interesting?
It's not very acidic. Normally an African coffee would be very acidic. This is not acidic. Nice. Good coffee.
Well, I haven't bought you a pile of crap, have I?
No, it isn't a pile of crap. On a scale of 1 to 10,
yeah,
I say it's at number 7.
And just in case he's wrong, John invites his mates to give a second opinion.
It's really good.
That's a relief to me.
You get it. Good coffee.
Cheers.
No complaints.
Talk turkey.
I'll gobble, you talk.
I assume he means it's time to agree on a price.
I don't have a problem paying a few rand over the going price if the quality's right.
Okay.
Including transport, I paid just over £2 or 30 South African rand a kilo.
I'm asking for 38 rand. Is that something you can deal with?
38's a bit expensive. If you want me to take 2 bags, yes. But if you want me to take the whole lot, it has to be at a better price.
What sort of price are we talking about?
I'm prepared to pay 10% more, we're talking 35.
Well, 36 if we round it up.
Round it down. Because then I'm going to take the whole lot.
36 and I'll give it all to you.
I'll tell you what, let's split the difference and call it 35.50.
35.50 and you take the whole lot. Fine. Deal.
Deal done.
Thank God for that. Thank absolute God for that. Things were looking very bleak there at one point this morning, and to come out of that with a good deal and a good profit is a hell of a result. I am absolutely delighted with that.
John's team will roast the coffee and it'll be sold to cafes and restaurants across South Africa.
I'm definitely happy with the purchase I made. I might have paid a little bit too much for it, but I'm definitely happy with the quality that I bought. No complaints. Connor's future as a coffee trader would be limited in my personal opinion.
Yeah, he might be right. I didn't get the £2,200 profit I was hoping for. I did manage 900. I can bank that as the first and only profit I've made on the African leg of my journey. I've spent a total of £11,200 on chilli sauce and wine, so I've still got plenty of money in the bank. Next time, I'm going to try to boost my sales and my profits by trading across Asia.
This is what he calls hot as hell.
I'll find out if my sauces set India on fire. I'm determined to have another crack at livestock, this time in the mountains of Kyrgyzstan. I go digging for profit in a Chinese jade mine.
One of these guys could become rich overnight.
And I'll be in Shanghai, where I'll try to introduce South African wine.
I don't like this one. It's from South Africa. I don't think they have the culture to make wine.